Multiple promotions are very upset with a new WWE signing. Plus, NXT stars appear on TNA Impact, and Cody Rhodes is teasing a major crossover match. It's all in the Cultaholic wrestling news right now. Drama today, no, not that one, wrestling-flavored drama around the impending WWE arrival of CMLL's Stephanie Vaquer. What's going on, Andrew?
So, yes, Wrestling Observer are reporting that CMLL and New Japan are, in quotes, very upset with Stephanie Vaquer following her signing with WWE. So the news came out this week, as Tom was saying, that Vaquer was heading to WWE, but had numerous dates around the world between now and the end of summer, having been advertised for CMLL, New Japan Pro Wrestling and Rev Pro in the UK. The Observer reports that Vaquer was expected to honour the joint CMLL and New Japan show Fantastica Mania in San Jose tonight, where she was expected to drop the CMLL women's title to Juvia. However, Vaquer informed CMLL bosses, I can't say it fast, everybody, it's so hard. It's so hard.
Do you know what? Can we have an easier name for CMLL? Should we just call it Camille?
Camille. Vaquer informed CMLL bosses that Tuesday's show in Guadalajara was her final show, and consequently she wouldn't be losing either of her titles. So both CMLL and New Japan, according to the Observer, were, in quotations, very upset with the way this went down.
CMLL.
We'll get there eventually.
There was a lot of them in there, and well done on Guadalajara.
Yes.
That took me a few goes as well.
And it's probably wrong still, but I practiced it. I give it a good go.
CMLL put out a statement on the matter saying, Stephanie Vaquer has withdrawn from her August tour with us. Apologies for the late notice. We received news shortly before the story broke whilst dealing with a personal matter. We will be looking with our partners towards getting a suitable replacement. And when it comes to today's show, Fantastica Mania, Juvia will now face Viva Van and Willow Nightingale in a three-way to decide the new CMLL Women's World Champion. So that is taking place this weekend, actually,
yes,
for Fantastica Mania. And a couple of schools of thought on this. So obviously, you want to sort of finish up your dates before you go anywhere.
Yeah, of course.
And there was some issue regarding Stephanie Vaquer's previous partner and a connection with CMLL that may have expedited her wanting to leave. Without going into too much detail on that. But the other thing that springs to mind is recently they had Julia announced for NXT. It was reported that she was set to join NXT once she completes a sort of tour of duty of Marigold.
Yep.
And she got injured on the Marigold
She
tour.
did, yes.
So whether or not there's a fear that by having Stephanie Vaquer work all these CMLL and New Japan dates and Rev Pro dates that she gets injured before she starts, a la Julia, maybe that's a decision made by WWE. Don't know at this point. That's just speculation forever, friend. But it's something that we will absolutely keep an eye on at cultaholic.com. Last night on TNA Impact, we had a couple of NXT flavors added to the sauce.
We sure did. Jordan Grace's open challenge for the Knockouts World Championship was answered last night by NXT's Izzy Dame. Grace picked up the win with a juggernaut driver as Ash by Elegance, Grace's Slammiversary opponent. She was watching via satellite.
Yeah, that's how you do it.
The little side camera would pop up and she'd be sipping some champers. It was a good match. I went back and looked and I was like, how long has Izzy Dame been doing it for? She debuted last year. And to say that she's like up against the Knockouts Women's Champion and put up a good show as well.
Very impressive.
Brilliant stuff,
Very impressive. Also, we had an appearance by the No Quarter Catch Crew's Charlie Dempsey last night. He faced Zachary Wentz and with a little help from his friend Miles Bourne, picked up the dub. After the match, they were joined in the car park by Tavion Heights, the other member of the No Quarter Catch Crew, one of the newer members, and they were confronted by Santino Marella, who said that next week they're going to be back in the Impact Zone, Maggle. They're going to face the Rascals and a mystery partner, someone that Santino says is somebody from our world who knows your world. It's gotta be Wesley.
I was thinking that as well. It's got to be Wesley, but then I was like, somebody from our world who knows your world. So I was like, so was that someone who started in NXT then came to us, or was it someone who started in TNA then when it went to NXT.
The way
'Cause
he
it works
said
both
it,
ways,
it
I guess.
does, yeah. The way he said it suggested it was somebody who's currently in TNA who previously was in WWE and or NXT. But in terms of the story they're telling, I thought Wesley makes the most sense.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think, especially with them coming out on NXT as well, it does feel like the right moment, doesn't it, to get them all together again?
Like the right moment. Could it be the right moment next week for the Hardys? The days before Slammiversary, they're going to be challenging Eddie Edwards and Brian Myers for the TNA World Tag Team titles.
Ooh.
One last dance for the Hardys?
I think so. Do you think shenanigans roll it over to Slammiversary and then we get some sort of stipulation match or something? Maybe I don't know.
I think they're already booked for some Slammiversary actions, but we will see. The man who is very much booked for Slammiversary is the TNA Heavyweight Champion Moose. I had a lovely chat with Moose yesterday. How big are his hands? He's a massive-handed man. But we talk about his Against All Odds entrance, which was in that badass throne. He looks so cool. He talks about a lot of creative freedom that he has in this new era of TNA as well. He heaps praise on Joe Hendry as well. Lots of lovely things to say about Joe in our chat. And we talk Slammiversary and a bunch of other stuff as well. And you can listen to that on the podcast feed right now. Great to catch up with the TNA Heavyweight Champion, Moose. Crossover goodness in TNA and NXT. And today, this weekend at Pro Wrestling Noah, we got an interpromotional showdown this weekend. AJ Styles and Naomichi Marufuji as part of Destination. Cody Rhodes was speaking to Pro Wrestling Noah, gave a lot of respect to Marufuji and possibly teased a future match.
He did. He said it's not hyperbole to say Marufuji on the other side of the ring is how important he is to pro wrestling and modern sports entertainment. I mean, if you hit the ropes behind another guy, you call that a Marufuji. That's what I do. The Marufuji elbow. That's part of my comeback that I have in my own matches. The fact that I've never gotten in the ring with him, that's something that could happen down the road. Oh, I think it could as well.
I could see that, especially as if he was Universal Champion having that match.
That would be brilliant, wouldn't it?
That's a pretty exciting precedent.
Really good way to promote yourself and WWE, isn't it? We've got the stuff coming up at the end of July, the little Japan tour thing that they're doing.
That little Japan thingy.
Do you see something going down around there? Who knows?
They could have some fun with that,
It would be very cool.
They certainly could. We're having fun this weekend. Tomorrow, Walker Dome in Newcastle, North Wrestling presents Thunderstruck 2! North Wrestling's biggest show ever. My God, what a card. You're coming, aren't you?
I am, and I'm excited because you basically told me like what was going down and I had no idea other than Joe Hendry, right? And I was already just excited for that alone. But the other things you've told me,
Leon Slater, man like Darius for the North title. Joe Hendry, as you say, facing former WWE star Elijah. Tokyo Joshi Pro star Miyu Yamashita. Grado's on the card as well.
Woo!
Yamashita's on a flight currently en route to Newcastle.
Yep.
Yamashita posted this morning. Very excited to see her there. How many other cards in wrestling are going to give you Yamashita and Grado at the same time? They're not fighting each other. Unless there's a real, logistical nightmares. Ali Catch is heading over from the States as well. We've got a 4-way TLC match for the North Tag titles. Announced last night, an 8-man tag with Henry Faust, local boy, taking on Miles Kamen. Both are assembling a team, mystery people. It's annoying because I don't even know who are on these.
Oh.
Should I ring? Hang on, I'm going to ring him. I'm going to ring him.
Who you ringing?
I'm going to ring him. I'm ringing Andrew Bowers, North Wrestling. I'm ringing Bowers. Because I should know, really. I should know, because I'm announcing the thing, so I should know who's on it, and he hasn't told me. So we should probably get him on. Hang on. Hello, mate. It's Tom. You all right?
I'm not too bad, how are you?
I'm all right. Are you busy?
No, I'm all right.
Good.
All right.
You're not. Now, we're doing the news for Cultaholic. We're talking about North, about Thunderstruck.
Right.
Genuinely, as your ring announcer, you haven't told me who's in this 8-man tag.
Yeah.
Can you tell me one of them?
What? No.
Oh, mate! I'm sat next to Andy Dingle. He's devastated. He's crying now. Wow.
Let me see what Henry sent me. Hang on.
Okay. If you can't tell me, can you at least give only me? I won't put this in the news, I promise. Can you at least give a hint?
Right. Henry says that he is a current TNA star, former NXT star.
Oh, Current TNA star, former NXT guy. Okay.
That's all I can give you for that. And that he's going to be on Team Faust.
Right, all right, fine then. And I suppose people can get tickets to this mega show at northwrestling.co.uk, can't they?
They can do, yeah. And I'd also expect some guy carrying a keg to come down at some point, I would imagine.
Oh, a guy carrying a keg?
Yeah.
Well, that is an interesting concept. A former NXT guy, a TNA guy, that's one, and a guy carrying a keg.
Yeah, and probably someone who's going to kick someone else's head off. I'm giving you just a little bit too much.
Oh, don't worry, this won't be in the news video. All right.
It's just between me and you, yeah.
I won't say a word, I promise. All right, mate, I'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Love you, bye.
Bye.
Love you, bye. Love you, bye. Love you, bye. Put that in the video. Andrew Bowers of North Wrestling. And for the latest wrestling news throughout the day, you can check out cultaholic.com. Keys.
Love you, bye.
Sorry, boss.